I am a former Washington football team fan. Um, I rolled out, bro, and I was here when Kyle was here in
Ooh,
2012.
okay,
So a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you about.
okay,
One, I don't think that Trey Lance should start right away. But two, some of the reasons why I wouldn't be worried if he had to.
okay, okay.
Okay, so obviously, Jimmy is just the guy because he just understands the minutia of just being a pro quarterback. He's got to start, period, full stop. Um, Trey didn't even run a 2 point. I mean, he didn't even run a 2 minute in college. I mean,
True,
he's gifted, but there's a science to the game of football that just can't be ignored. You have
sure.
to go through these things.
Yes.
That's why you had me a little tight when you were going at all of his passes uh, on rookie minicamp. You're like, why is he doing this? Why is it's only 4 yard passes? I'm like, yo, Grant, chill out, son. Relax.
I gotta keep the pressure on Kyle, man. Good things happen when I keep the pressure on that guy.
You don't like Kyle because you think he's privileged.
I, I don't really dislike Kyle. I don't have a feeling. I don't know Kyle. Kyle keeps everyone at a distance, so I'm free to say what I want. Kyle seems cool.
That's fair.
Like I
That's
didn't
fair.
like Chip Kelly at all. He gave me a weird vibe. Kyle's cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
Robert
He's a
Sala.
prick.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I don't like that guy at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kyle's cool.
Okay. So let me be quick because I'm getting the thing. You want to keep it moving. Okay.
You're good. You're
So
good.
okay. So one of the things that I think people don't realize is I had kind of like a front row seat to the whole RG3 Exodus and the Genesis to the Exodus. Okay.
Mhm.
So basically, uh, RG3 was being pigeonholed into the offense that coincidentally was for Kirk Cousins, if you will, if you would go schematically. The
Mhm.
Skins were 1-6 into that rookie season. That was a famous press conference where Mike Shanahan basically kind of gave like the writing on the wall that he was about to start chopping heads. You know,
Oof.
basically like, hey, we're reevaluating everybody. Nobody wants to hear that during week 7.
No.
So basically what happened was is that Kyle and them they bit the pillow, man. They acquiesced. They turned over the entire offense, and then that's when they went full throttle into the RPO. They went full throttle into the quick stuff,
Hmm.
the check with me's, all of the stuff that really we had seen in college for a while, but it was hitting a ceiling. It really wasn't
Hmm.
crossing over. I feel
Hmm.
like the Redskins is particularly Kyle. That's when Sean McVay was still there, LaFleur was there, everybody was on that staff. That's when they basically makeshifted a NFL centric version of an RPO system for RG3, and then the rest is history. We won 6 games in a row.
Hmm.
RG3 got hurt against Halodiana, messed up his knee.
Right.
Kirk Cousins came in, finished that game. Pierre Garcon, backdoor fade, came in with the Cleveland Browns, got us into the playoffs. Kirk had an amazing game, but the offense that Kirk ran was what RG3 was failing at for the first part of that season.
Oh, wow.
That's when RG3 began to get jealous and there began to become this whole, why aren't I running this stuff? How
I can
did
do
I?
that.
I can do that. This is
Ah.
where I think you
I
bridge the
remember
gap.
that vaguely. I remember that was a long time ago and it was on the other side of the country. But yeah, all of a sudden Argentina was like, hold on, I'm a pocket quarterback. I can do
I'm
this
a
stuff.
pocket quarterback. And Kirk really made him go hard because if you
Kirk
think
is.
about it, this is something that because now I'm with you guys with the Niners side.
Mhm.
This is something that I don't think Niners fans understand because I hear you guys get really annoyed at this Kirk Cousins infatuation with Kyle.
Mhm.
Kyle was a first time like full OC once he got to Washington
Yep.
because Mike was there. The
Yep.
plan under like the table was is that Mike was going to usher in Kyle to be kind of like the successor in
Yeah.
Washington as the
Yes.
head coach.
Yes.
However, one of the things that Kyle began to do is he began to take over scouting full time. It was something that was really talked about around the city at the time. And Kyle's number one guy that he stood on the table for was Kirk Cousins. He
Oh,
was saying he had Kirk Cousins as a second round pick. Um,
no.
and he was standing on the table for Kirk Cousins. He was actually surprised that Mike picked up Kirk, and they kind of did it as a silent protest because they got forced into picking up RG3 in the first round. And
Oh,
Mike's
wow.
yeah, Mike's decision for picking it up because Kirk said it. I mean, Kyle said it in an interview later on that gave me context. Is he goes, I didn't even think that we were going to get Kirk, but because we were in the fourth round and my dad said, hey, well, let's get Kirk. He goes, what are you talking about, man? Like, he goes, well, shoot, we need another quarterback. You had him ranked in the second, and it's the fourth round. Why don't we get him? And then the rest is history. So, in a way, he doesn't let Kirk go because Kirk is kind of like the one that got away.
And
If
also,
you
he
look
staked
at
his reputation on him. He staked his reputation on him.
he stayed his, he stood on the, he was the first guy that Kyle put his
Yeah.
reputation on.
Yeah, and you can't walk that back.